Hey guys, welcome to the Splash Sisters page. I'm Hana.
And I'm Mev.
And it's time for our player spotlight, and this week it's going to be one of the most hated players in the NBA at this moment,
Dillon Brooks.
Most people don't like Dillon Brooks, but here's his life story to humanize him a little bit for you guys.
Yeah, so Dillon Brooks was born in Ontario, Canada. His mom, Anita, really was the one to push him into basketball. When she wasn't working as a banker, she was driving Dillon 45 minutes to practice.
As for his father, he didn't really get much information about him, just that he was a construction worker and that he was actually a really good boxer too.
Yeah, and he gets a lot of his fight and mental toughness from his father.
Brooks attended Findlay Prep in Henderson, Nevada. He learned how to play the 2, 3, and 4 while in school. As a tough player, his grit and grind led him to become a 4-star recruit, ranked 5th overall in the state of Nevada. With offers from Virginia Tech, Duquesne, New Mexico State, and Oregon, he ultimately chose Oregon, and the rest is history.
Brooks found early success at Oregon, honored as an all Pac-12 freshman, averaging 11.5 points per game. As a biracial kid, he was subjected to skepticism when talking about his athletic abilities.
He was leading the Ducks to a Pac-12 title during his sophomore season. He improved so much from his freshman year, averaging nearly 17 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists, with some pretty good defense as well.
He would return his junior year, entering the year as a preseason All-American alongside fellow NBA player Peyton Pritchard and Jordan Bell. He would end the year finishing 15th in Player of the Year voting for the Wooden Award, earned second-team All-American honors, and was the All-Pac-12 Player of the Year. He broke Oregon's scoring record for a junior with 1,612 points. The Ducks lost in the Final Four to eventual champions North Carolina, ending Brooks' college career.
Even though Brooks was really good in college, he was drafted 45th overall in the 2017 draft by the Houston Rockets and was then traded on draft night to the Grizzlies.
And on his NBA debut, he dropped 19 points, breaking the record for most points scored in a Canadian player's NBA debut. December 2018, following a career-high 36 points performance earlier that season, he was thought to be involved in a 3-team trade between the Suns, Grizzlies, and Wizards.
The deal fell through after the Suns and Wizards mistakenly thought that the Brooks mentioned in the deal was Dillon. The player involved was his teammate Marshawn Brooks. The Grizzlies never intended to trade Dillon. That's really funny.
He would later then sign a 3-year, $35 million extension before the 2019-20 season. The Grizzlies became a playoff regular, breaking through the next level with additional teammate John Morant.
Brooks became a big-time playoff performer. He stepped up in his debut, dropping 31 points against the top-seeded Utah Jazz.
However, things would start to change. During Game 2 of the 2022 Western Conference semifinals against the Warriors, Brooks was assessed a flagrant 2 foul on Gary Payton II and was suspended for Game 3.
The Grizzlies would go on to lose the series in 6 games, failing to back up their trash talk and gritty attitude.
Flagrant fouls and suspect plays would follow Brooks.
During the 2023 season, Brooks was assessed a season-high 18 technical fouls and developed a reputation as a dirty player and a shit talker.
Incidents like punching Donovan Mitchell in the groin, pushing a cameraman, which led to a $35,000 fine, and an ultimate suspension for having more than 16 technical fouls in a season turned Brooks into a villain.
Matters would get worse when the Grizzlies squared off against LeBron and the Lakers in the first round of the 2023 playoffs. Brooks found himself at the center of controversy. He also called LeBron James old and said he would not respect him until he gave him 40 points.
The funny thing is, Brooks did all the trash talking. He made this huge reputation for himself, and then he kind of backtracked, which a lot of people didn't respect about him.
Yeah, he refused to talk to the media after all that happened because
he just wasn't for all the slander. Don't bite more than you can chew. He definitely did embarrass himself a little bit when he talked so much trash to LeBron James to lose in 6, and that loss was a 40-point blowout loss.
He did say he wouldn't respect them until he gave them 40, but the Lakers ended up giving him exactly 40 points
in a blowout loss.
It was so poetic, if we're being honest. I do think that Dillon Brooks is a good player. The highlight of his game is mainly his defense
and his trash talking, even though it's frowned upon.
Honestly, I think he was just bored and wanted to get in the headlines. And he did a good job at it by becoming a troll.
He's a free agent. Where do you think he's gonna go?
Honestly, I'm not sure if the Grizzlies even want him back after this, if we're being honest. I do not think he would go back to the Grizzlies. But I think some teams will be interested in him. Maybe some contenders too. Yeah, some people are even saying that he's gonna play for the Shanghai Sharks next year. But I don't think he's at that point yet. He's still good enough to play in the NBA. But who knows? We'll see if he's still up to his shenanigans next year. Well, thank you guys for watching. I know a lot of you don't like Dillon Brooks, but his story is pretty interesting if we're being honest. And like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and Twitter, TikTok. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.